Hey guys, here you go. So this is a new little segment I like to call Yay or Nay. Like when a certain action figure, whether it be 1/6 scale, quarter scale, or even statues are announced, ones that really stand out to me, I'm gonna delve into it, go through it, and see if it's worth buying or skipping, waiting till the next updated version comes out. Because I definitely want to do more collectible-based stuff on the brand new channel. Next week, I'm hoping to have an unboxing video up of the Enter Bay T800 battle damage version. I have owned this in the past, but I never covered it. Like, I never really posted it. I don't even remember taking photos of it. And it's such a beautiful figure. It's old, or in the case of Arnold saying it, old. And I just want to show it off. It's so cool, still stands up, even though there's a brand new one that's just come out. It escapes me which company has done it at the moment, but it looks incredible from the end fight sequence of T2. But yeah, essentially with the Yay or Nay series, I just go through all the brand new photos that have been released, whether it be Hot Toys, Prime 1, Queen Studios. Queen Studios are really up on the rise at the moment, especially with their life-size silicon bust, but fuck, those things are so expensive. You gotta be a trust fund kid to afford one of them. And in today's case, we're gonna be looking at the brand new 1/6 scale Ben Affleck Batman figure from Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, which comes as great timing because I'm here for the Rebel Moon premiere and all that stuff, and got to see Zack Snyder last night in attendance at the premiere, so it comes as perfect timing. But essentially just go through the photos, what I like, what I don't like, what I think needs to be done to the figure, and overall whether or not it's a yay or nay in terms of a purchase. So I have been wanting the ultimate Batfleck figure for the longest time, a posable one. In the past, I have had the Prime 1 Studios half-scale Ben Affleck Batman statue. It was absolutely stunning. I did have to modify the belt a little bit because the pieces were too spaced out. But then it came time when I wanted to buy that screen-used Robin costume from Batman and Robin. Had to get some funds together and unfortunately had to sell him. It's one of those things when you compare the pair, you can always get another Prime 1 Studio down the track if you've got the funds lying around, which most times out of 10, I do not. But at the same time, you can't pass up the opportunity to buy a screen-used Robin costume. Nipples and all. So here's the figure. It is an updated version of the Ben Affleck Batman figure, 1/6 scale from the one that they released, I think back in 2016, or was it 2015? But it definitely is an improvement. I never got the original 1/6 scale figure because it just never appealed to me. I like the look of it, but I'm like, they can do better. Eventually they can do better. And I feel like they definitely have with this figure. There are some things that I would take away, that I would replace, and I'm gonna delve into that. But overall, it is a massive improvement, especially when it comes to the proportions of the figure. The original 1/6 figure from all those years ago, the proportions were not good. Ben Affleck is a beast in that bat suit. He stands in at 6'3" naturally. In that suit, you're looking at 6'4", 6'5", and just, as Jose Fernandez, his costumer said, abnormally broad-shouldered. And they never really showed that in the original 1/6 scale figure, but here, it seems like they definitely have the proportions right. And also a brand new updated head sculpt and cowl. It seems like they have the likeness back for Ben Affleck after all that hoo-ha with the Flash Batfleck figure, where they did not renew the license or the agreement to have the likeness to Ben Affleck, and that head sculpt just looks abysmal. That is not Batfleck at all. And I'm also not a fan of that suit, but it seems like they have renewed the likeness contract, or I don't know how the hell that works, but this is definitely Ben Affleck. And we also get an updated uncowled head sculpt that you can interchange the hair with. You can have sweaty Fleck, or you can have clean Fleck, which is great. I've never seen that before, the magnetized hair on top. I've seen it on the back in terms of like changing the eyes, and it does have interchangeable posable eyes, which is great. But what really stands out to me that needs to be changed or could be customized is the cape. The cape is such a draw card with the original Batfleck suit from the film. It's heavy, it's made of a heavy urethane, whereas here it seems very cloth-like, and especially with those pleats, the pleats need to be changed, or just an entirely new custom cape. You can like spray a texture spray on it that gives it that more rubber bat skin quality look. In terms of the cowl, I do like the cowl. There are some options out there for custom cowl sculpts that are hand painted. So shout out to Unreal Toys, as we see right here, who does some amazing custom sculpts. And the shape of the cowl with the Unreal Toys sculpt looks so much more accurate than this one. Don't get me wrong, this looks brilliant. But the Batfleck cowl, especially when Ben's in the cowl, has this look. It has that beefy, thick neck. Don't get me wrong, this one definitely does, but at the same time, look at that silhouette there with this custom head sculpt. It definitely matches that studio picture we've seen of Affleck floating around for all those years. In terms of the muscular sculpture, it's a lot more accurate than the one from all those years ago, especially with those abdominals. It has a very unique look to it, whereas the old one just looks like a 6-pack of bread rolls in there. If I would change anything else, I'd probably modify the belt once again. It looks too Harry high pants, but also I would taper it just a little bit so it's going up and following the Adonis belt on the obliques and the abdominal section of the suit. And just going back to the uncowled head sculpt, we see it here in all its glory. A full shot, a full body shot. I think it looks great, especially that head sculpt. I do want to see what this head sculpt would look like if it had a bit of a spruce up, a new paint job, possibly a bit more stubble. Have those nice gray silver whiskers showing through that Affleck sports in the film. And we also have like the uncaped version, or sorry, the uncowled version for that matter, where he does take the cowl off and the cape is still on there and it has that little clasp or attachment in the middle there just floating above the chest emblem. Like overall, it is definitely a massive improvement head sculpt wise comparatively to the other figures we've seen in the past, because they've also done the regular Justice League version, the tactical version. They've got the god-awful motocross version from The Flash. Not a fan of that one at all. And also the likeness to Ben Affleck is just not there at all. But proportions-wise, the texture on the bodysuit, the muscle suit, the chest emblem all look great. If anything, if I were to keep that cowl, I would dull it along with the gauntlets and the boots with like a dull spray, like a Liquitex dull spray. Just fed through an airbrush, give it a light mist just to matte it a bit more. To me, now it just looks a bit too shiny, tacky, glossy, if that makes sense. Definitely needs a brand new cape. Custom cape 100%. There are some amazing custom cape makers out there for 1/6, quarter scale, half scale. It definitely needs that bat skin leather texture, and those pleats need updating. And it also needs to be brought down a bit further, just where the tab of the cowl is, the bottom of the cowl. But again, it's chalk and cheese in terms of differences from the original figure to this one. I am tempted to pre-order this. I just wish they would do a quarter scale version like what they did with the Christian Bale Dark Knight Rises quarter scale figure. I owned that many moons ago and it was such a beautiful figure. They really nailed that head sculpt, particularly the mouth plate. Bale has such a unique mouth and expression when he's in that cowl. But this looks great. It definitely needs just a little more stubble, just a bit more of a 5 o'clock shadow, a bit more gruff. And I definitely would like to see what these could look like repainted, bit more matting on the cowl. Mind you, the cowl does have a sheen like that in the film. I would just dull down the gauntlets and the boots, if anything. And just going through, we've got the different mouth plates here, different expressions, and they're spot on. To me, this is Ben Affleck once again. And here we have a comparison shot from the MM5342 from all those years ago. And again, it's such a massive upgrade. He looks tiny compared to the brand new 1/6 scale figure. Brand new redesigned and highly detailed muscular body, enhanced articulation, allowing natural posture. Again, look at that posability, and especially the crumple zone of the costume. It doesn't look unnatural, doesn't look cheesy, doesn't look cheap. It looks like Affleck maneuvering in the screen-used costume. And then we have all the accessories it comes with. So it seems like you're getting bang for your buck. In my opinion, it's definitely a yay, but you'd probably have to modify it a bit, which means spending a bit more money. But if you want the ultimate Batfleck figure in 1/6 scale form, you definitely have to customize it a bit, unfortunately. You're not going to get absolute perfection. If you are, you're going to pay upwards of like $1,000, and that is if it's mass produced. But sometimes you got to reach out to the people who do the custom stuff, whether it be, you know, your head sculpts, your capes, body modifications. I've seen people, case in point, Unreal Toys once again, who have done body mods to the original 1/6 scale Batfleck figure. Looks great, but it just means spending more money. So let's look at the price point here. How much is this guy going for? So AUD $456.11. Now, collector edition, deluxe version. Deluxe version is $550.48. Not bad. Not bad at all considering the accessories it comes with, how much more accurate it is compared to the previous figure. I definitely say it's a yay, but at the same time, if you want perfection, you're going to have to modify a bit and maybe get an alternate head sculpt, especially to get that accurate looking cowl with that beastly looking neck. So guys, what are your thoughts on the brand new 1/6 scale Ben Affleck Batman figure from Hot Toys? Is it a yay or nay for you? Or what would you like to see Hot Toys do? Like, there are so many characters that they haven't done and they've just missed the opportunity. I'm sick and tired of all their Iron Man reissues and die casts. There definitely is a market out there for it, but at the same time, you got to mix it up a little, like branch out. I definitely want to see this in quarter scale. Whether or not we get it, who the fuck knows at this point. Love you guts, and I'll catch you in the next one.